Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Miyogi, and welcome back to another episode of Import Tuner Challenge, also known as Shutokou Battle X, also known as the Xbox exclusive of Tokyo Extreme Racer. Now, you may be questioning me, why did I have to botch the look that we all know, love, and started throughout this playthrough? Like, where did the wing go? Why do you have that NFS Underground-like taillights? Well, before we actually get to conclude this episode, as in the episode of the story, where we're dealing with Skull Bullet's lackeys, well, the last of his lackeys, a Garnet Dawn, we need to clean up house with regards to some of the wanderers in the area. And according to my handy-dandy list here, especially for Midnight, we have a couple of ones that we do need to take out before we head straight to Daybreak. So, just for recap, Silent Barbarian requires a luxury sedan. We do not have the money for that yet. So, no. Next one, Yellow Desperado. Less than 124 miles on the odometer. No, this is beyond that. So, like in the last ep, he would refuse our challenge. Iron Triangle requires a Mitsubishi. Given the fact that it is a silhouette, it is also a Mitsubishi. So, no. Raspberry Kiss though, I've already did this beforehand, that's why my weight is a little lighter. A little. A carbon fiber hood needs to be equipped. Now they didn't say whether it should be natural or colored. Only says it's supposed to be carbon fiber material. I already had that installed. Type 4 has that. And then Craftsman Manabe would be our next one, but it needs to be on a Tuesday. So right now it's Sunday, so we're gonna wait for him too. Mad Fat, however, we cannot. We need to be on 90 more days. Now, there are certain wanderers outside of Shinkanjo that we can challenge. One of which being Cutie Hip. Please ignore Tsukomi Breaker because he requires to defeat Platinum Prince and to put your eyes on the flow and let me see you get low and put a neon there, so no. Bloody Mary, Custom Horn, got that equipped as well. And probably along the process, we would have at least 20 kilometers on our belt when we go around the area. But that's for a different time cycle. Because Shimokitazawa 2000cc requires 20 plus kilometers and it has to be on a weekend, so we're not gonna do him. Illusion B, we could, down at Shibuya line, that's custom taillights. Tsukijiri Gambler, maybe by this point we might hit day 54? Yep, day 54 is our next target to take him out, but he's at Shinkanjo, that's our problem. Who else? Free Tree. Normal muffler equipped, so we've already done that as well. I nerfed my car just for this guy. So Free Tree, he is at Shibaura PA. So we're gonna start Daybreak at Shibaura PA, but first we need to take out Raspberry Kiss, who is waiting for us at the Shibuya PA. Alright, so Raspberry Kiss wandered. Yep, she does show up. So we're gonna deal with her first.
I like the hood of your car. It seems like the sort of thing a street racer should have. Race me.
It's kind of weird that you only need to put a carbon hood. I'm glad that they did not specify if it's natural or colored. Now, how does she know it's carbon? I had a painted on hood. How does she know? Also, her car is blinked and decked out. Just like to point that out there. We actually have better acceleration. Oh, sweet good mother of Lord. I'm glad we're both in a Z. I mean, she is in a Z. Because we have the better acceleration. Oh, sweet Lord. I only realized just now it's a... This has to end by the end of the Shibuya line. It's just 4 kilometers, not 7. Unlike what we had last ep with I also know it feels a bit sluggish having this sort of exhaust. Okay, that's done and dusted. A nice 400 thou.
So this is what a real street racing is all about. I've learned a lot how to portray street racers. Thanks.
How to portray? Aren't you one, ma'am? I'm confused. Now, we've actually not done this in the last episode, the latter half of the last episode, because I was too busy trying to, you know, retcon some else. So I actually got a couple. If you're looking for Iron Triangle, head over to Route 3. Won't do you any good though, because he only races against Mitsubishi cars. Potters really are concerned with the shape of things. Take craftsman Manabe, who races down Route 3. I heard he only races drivers who've modified the aerodynamics of their cars. I had no idea there were any street racers left on the Metro Expressway who could still give me a run for the money. Just when I've been thinking of quitting street racing too. Now I'm personally going to observe your street racing career.
I've never raced so hard before. I could get hooked on this. Let's race again when you have the time.
Yoshi told me that I need to improve my skills before I start trying to cop an attitude. After racing you, I think I've slowly started to understand what he meant. Street racers with real style also have the driving ability to back it up. Simply winning races isn't all that hard. What I want is to race in a beautiful manner, which means that sometimes I end up losing races that I should have won. Used to be that I didn't know the first thing about cars. I even thought a sedan was a make or a model. But it's really a car that can be divided into a 4-door passenger compartment, an engine, and a trunk, like a taxi. I'm still not clear on the difference between sedans and coupes though. Bro, it's easy. Sedan has 4 doors, coupes have 2. It's quick maths. The way I understand it, a sedan has a reasonably roomy back seat. No, not true. Take the RX-8 for example. Whereas a coupe has little or no back seat at all. But it can be hard to draw the line in some cases. For the most part, you could say that if it has 2 doors, it's a coupe. If it has 4 doors, it's a sedan. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Sure, there's exceptions, but you just have to memorize them. Why are we having this conversation to begin with, Tero? Oh, that one race against Raspberry Kiss has updated our bad name. Wow. Now we are Gust Guardian. So it's a Monday now. Checking here on the list. We need to go to Dawn now because we need to go to Shiodome PA and fight Cutie Hip so that we can get our wing back. Yeah, it's only Cutie Hip and the Goth Lolita people. I'm saying people right now, okay? You're a girl. You're a girl. You a dude. Just pointing it out there.
Exactly! Rear spoilers just get in the way. Okay, let's battle.
I read it's a time attack battle. Jesus Christ. At least she's loyal to her branding. When she wants wingless, she goes wingless as well. I would call hypocritical if I catch her RX-8 having a wing. Also, given she is a stage 1 wanderer, she should be relatively... Oh, it's just 2 miles. Ah, so it's no different from the race... Ow! It feels no different from the race against Cat Cat. Yeah, I might need some proper brakes. I need my downforce. Lady, I'm doing this just to race you, alright? And it's not because of your booba-ish silhouette. Okay, finally I can put my wing back.
What the? This doesn't happen when I'm serious. You just wait and see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna face you again. I see Senpai already! Going her first.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Excuse me? But have you seen your Platinum Prince? Was all set to have it out with him this time for sure, only to have him rot out on me again.
I don't know, but I'm available. Okay, Miyogi, now is not the time to riz Senpai up. We have Wanderer's takeout. Wow, who'd have thunk it? There was this babe in a gothic cutie outfit at the parking area the other day. I tried to chat her up and she turned out to be the captain of my intermediate school's baseball team. Now I can't believe that this is what he's into now. You know he's right there in the list, alright, Satoru? You know you can speed up by cutting it close to walls when you take curves? Well, the thing is, people see when you drive like that, even if it does make you go faster. And that kind of attention just naturally wrecks your handle. And having a bad handle might make you seem tough out there, but it's nothing to be proud of, you know. Yeah, I learned that the hard way in the past game. I like the controlled drifts, you know. What about you? Do you use a two-way LSD? It may not be all that fast, but it's such a rush when you hit a controlled drift just right. It's tough to do, but it's so worth it. You really need to outfit your car with two-way LSDs if you want to make controlled drifts. I saw a typo. Because the tires need to spin when you decelerate as well as accelerate in order to get them to drift. On the other hand, you can't set the LSD ratio too high, or you won't be able to steer properly. Oh, so that's what it does. So be careful how you configure the LSD. I thought anything could be had for a price. But I guess that's not true where street racing is concerned. I can't believe that you beat my expensive car with your real cheapo ride. Hey! I take offense to that! It ain't cheap! Well, technically, I use that as my starter. Will I wipe out before I reach the pinnacle of racing the Metro? Wait and see! For I am devoting the rest of my life to street racing. Yeah, you and your suspenders can do that. Oh boy!
Oh man, I ran into a member of my old intermediate high school baseball team in a parking area. He actually saw me dressed up like this. I wonder if he recognized me.
You know he's right there, right? Straight man breaker's an electrician, so he makes a big deal about cars with lots of lights. If you want to race him, you know, a typo. Trick out your car and lights and check out the C1 loop around daybreak. Yeah, you know, while we're here, let's see if we can actually get anyone who is around the C1 who is not from Shinkanjo, who is a wanderer. You are... Yeah, Sukomi Breaker will not race you unless you beat White Charisma. I don't know what is up with him and fighting an endgame boss as a requirement. That's weird. Oh wait, right, I have to contend at the fact that I don't have a wing. This is gonna be a hard start for this app. Alright, whoever this person is already just at the very end of Kandabashi. And could my front just stop and oversteering, please? Ah! Yes, the one who should be in a Viper but is no longer in a Viper because licensing issues. Bloody Mary. She has come a long way since. And I much prefer Bloody Mary to be in a Viper. But again, beggars can be choosers. I'll take Shibuya line first before we go to Shinjuku. After we take out Bloody Mary. Oh, sweet mother of... Wow, I was wondering how close Bloody Mary is. That's kinda close. The SP bar ain't dropping much. Right, I have to build the gap and make sure they make their way into Shibuya line. And then I end up finishing the race before they make it in. Called it. Now it's a Tuesday. Who is the one that says that the requirement is on a Tuesday? Ah, right, Manabe. Also, I'm putting the wing back. I feel naked without this. But I'm still keeping the custom lights though, because there is somebody here who needs said custom lights. Ow. Get out! Oh, okay, so it's an S30. In normal circumstances, beating a Wanderer should also unlock the S30, but this ain't normal circumstances. Oh, you know what? You go first. The junction's just right ahead. Yeah, it's unique to see S30 drivers and kinda a downer to know you cannot pilot said S30. You only have access to the Z32 and the Z33. Ah yes, it's odd, weird in a good way that I'm able to corner much better with the spoiler. The power of downforce then. Well, that's the power of downforce for you. Alright, so to double check our list for the third time. Silent Barbarian needs to be in a luxury sedan. Yellow Desperado needs to be in under 124 miles. Iron Triangle needs to be in a Mitsubishi. And Mad Fat needs to have 90 plus days. Okay, we're not touching anyone else in Midnight. Meanwhile, Daybreak. It is now 51, so we're 3 days away from intervals of 9, which is for Tsukijiri Gambler. But going back on our list, by the way, I need to recheck here. Bloody Mary, Miki Tsukui. Okay, it's a she. I kind of misread on some guides that Bloody Mary is a he. They were wrong. I was wrong. An idol made her debut in pinup photos. She is asked to come on variety shows for her interesting personality, and once she was so busy, barely had any off time. Recently, she's felt threatened by younger idols and is thinking about becoming an actress. Not an address. Focus on acceleration and mobility. She uses feints and tricky driving to confuse would-be pursuers. Yeah, she had pursuers before because String Idol Freak, or was it String Idol Freak or was it Wild Child? No, Wild Child is the one who has beef with Naniwa, which is kind of a weird requirement, different now compared to before. But I think it's String Idol Freak is the stalker. Bloody Mary used to have a stalker. And I'm kind of glad that String Idol Freak maybe he got surrendered over to the Popo. Shonen Affair, rotary engine, so we cannot use that. Silver Wolf, pre-90s car, cannot use that. Shimokitazawa, Shibuya line needs to be 20 plus kilometers. It's still not a weekend. Maybe we could lure him out during our official grind. Illusion B needs to be on a Friday, right? Followed by Illusion B on Friday, and then Saturday is Tsukijiri Gambler. Got it. Wild Child needs to be an Impreza. Free Tree is at Shibaura parking area. Alright, Shibaura parking area it is to maximize our days. Needs to be Free Tree. We're not going to be facing any teams just yet. And there we go. That's right. If you care about the environment, then modified mufflers are out of the question. Yeah, I need to take you out so that I can put my muffler back, thank you. So you're an environmentalist. How does that matter in a racing game, you ask? I have no idea, other than being anti-pollution. Then stop being a card. Then stop being a street racer if you're that much of an environmentalist, my guy. Before Kazumi Gaseki, of course. Oh my god, I left it on automatic. Alright, that takes care of Captain Planet. Nice race. I'm impressed. Oh my god, filler. Speaking of filler, I have to check the PA. Double Senpai! I love this episode so much.
That woman makes me so mad. That daybreak gauntlet who drives an all Sayuto. She passed by me just now over there, and she loves that man smarted. Put her in my place, Robin.
Yes, ma'am.
She's sure to challenge you to a race if you prove yourself in the dawn hours of the Shikanjo.
Yes, ma'am. In Japanese gambling slang, 9 apparently means stock. Tsukijiri Gambler has a superstition. He adds up all the digits at a given date, and apparently only races in the Shinkanjo Road in the wee hours. Those days that add up to 9. Tires, eh? The more expensive, the better. For grip and for the friction resistance. The better the tires you equip, the more capable your car becomes. After that, it's just a matter of choosing your preferred hardness. Hard tires are durable but have low grip. Soft tires have high grip but low durability. There's durability in this game? Generally, use hard tires for racing multiple small-time opponents and use soft tires when racing somebody strong. That might be a good way to go about using them. Yeah, same tactic as in 2025. What's that? You want to know how to drive faster? Well, if you ask me, the key is firm, secure, solid traction. When you go into a turn, decelerate to shift the load forward, and turn solidly, keeping the front wheels and their increased load in mind. Then pull out by turning up the tire traction. I believe that the secret to driving faster is to adhere to all of these basic principles. Aside, I hate drifting. I think it's barbaric. Were you? Okay, you do you, Nakazato.
Someday I'd like to own a proper garage, with lifts and tire changers, that sort of thing. But I nearly passed out when I added up how much it would cost. I need money. Lots of money.
I need money too.
The Subaru Impreza GDB puts one genuinely at ease. It accelerates smoothly and stops firmly even when it rains. The transmission also handles well, and the car turns just as you'd expect. Every part of the car is solidly put together, which makes for good performance overall. The steering wheel and the clutch feel right in your hands. You can turn just fine even if you're going too fast as you go into a turn. Nothing about it gives me even an instant's pause. It's comfortable and handles well too. The engineers really seem to have thought of everything. I've never driven anything that gave me such peace of mind before.
Kinda weird, shouldn't that be something you should say about an Evo? I guess not. F4 engine types refer to flat engines, which have cylinders lined up horizontally, facing each other. They're also called boxer engines because they look like boxers getting ready to throw punches. Their advantage lies in their low center of gravity and strong balance, which is a consequence of the cylinders being arranged horizontally. Okay, that was some food for thought. I'm kinda glad we see Senpai the second time. These guys are Oberon. Yeah, okay, going home. Okay, so Senpai wants us to take out Garnet Dawn, which is the endgame boss of Daybreak for this chapter. Okay, so Tsukijiri Gambler's Highway Gambler. I can tell by the sticker. Alright. Yeah, so that just leaves Highway Gambler and Illusion B. So first Shibuya line for Illusion B. There we go. Out of me to spot Illusion B and not an S14. Then again, licensing. But at the same time, the S15 with eyelids down looks close to an S14. It just has the grill closed. I like this plate number B. It's just a B. Then Highway Gambler is next, and the next part we should be working on are the teams. Oh wow, Illusion B is still king of Sylvias. He don't care if he's in an S15. If it's a Sylvia, he would dominate. I mean, there is a gap, but it took a while for the gap to build. Alright, I beat Captain Planet so I could put my muffler back now. And now that Illusion B is out, I can take... Illusion B's requirement is the lights, right? Yeah, I can take out the lights. So let's see if I luck out on the first rival. Okay, good! Wanderers take priority whenever you exit the parking areas. And from here, maybe I can build up to 20 kilometers-ish by going down Shinkanjo. Oh wow, Highway Gambler's a bit of a modified 180 right there. We nearly parred, which is kind of unusual given it's a 180. I noticed that one guy who was talking about tires never mentioned anything about softs. I mean mediums. He only focused on softs and hards. Oh, we're meeting someone who's entering C1. Did I miss out on a C1 guy? Oh, you're the guy who refuses to challenge me, right? So you're gonna stick around until I decide to beat White Charisma's ass. Okay. Also, somebody told me on chat, on the comment section of the last episode, that the reason this area is kinda relevant, why it's on ground level, not expressway level, the Shutokou Max movies back in the 90s, the setting was actually here in Shinjuku. No, not this part of the mall complex. I'll show you in a bit. It's this section right here. Yeah, in this area right here. It used to be where some of the street racers gathered in the Shutokou Max movie. And then they make their way up into Shinjuku line to commence their Wangan duels. The movie is still available on YouTube, though a bit pixelated and low res, so you can cross-check the movie if you have not seen it yet, and just dial back to the part where I slow down, so that you can witness for yourselves that part of Shinjuku is very iconic for those who are very strong and follow the Shutoku scene, street racer or not. But the reason I went back in here is, one, I'm curious, no one, but we need to check back on the fluff dialogue. Oh! It's only 3 of them! Passerby from Kyushu.
It isn't easy configuring settings. It takes some delicacy. You have to do it a little at a time, or you never know what might happen. Are you adjusting your car settings? You can start by firming up the dampers and stabilizers to give your car a solid ride. You have to be careful not to firm them up too much, or else you have a hard time driving the car instead. Then you can also improve the ride by lowering the chassis, and finish it up by adjusting the springs to taste. I can't say these will work in all circumstances, but it might be worth a try.
I love this guy's bling.
The WRX kicks ass at 4,000 RPM and up. And it keeps the ponies coming in even if you understeer in a turn. That 2-liter turbo is the ultimate. If you really want to beat your opponents in the turns, you really need to know about pedal work, not just staying on the line. Ideally, you want to go slow into the curve and be first out again. Yeah, me, I can't do it.
I never expected this parking area to have not that much people. Do I retain my trip meter though? Oh! Your trip reset. We have one more day. I want to double check. I want to double check if we jump straight to Shibuya line. Because if we really need to grind 20 kilometers, I swear to God. Okay, good. Okay, so so it didn't say if it's the odometer, but you need to at least have 20 kilometers on your vehicle. Okay, I'm glad I didn't need to do that ridiculous requirement, because I know back in past games, like in 0 and 3, you really need to have the mileage meter to a certain extent, not the odometer, the mileage meter, before they accept your battle. Okay, given it's a 180, it should not be a big issue. We should be good and done with Shimokitazawa 2000 cc's. And with that, we've beaten most of the wanderers on this time cycle. Because the other ones are very specific. Like Sukomi Breaker, you need to have Neon equipped and you need to beat a certain rival. But for one last try, I'm actually gonna try to rise up my ride and see if it would work. But let's see, Q-Tip's done, Bloody Mary's done, Shonan Affair needs to be in a rotary, Midnight Silver Wolf needs to be in a pre-90s car. Meaning the only car available to use is the 70 Supra. And it needs to be an interval of 10. Shimokitazawa, we're done. Illusion B, we're done. Highway Gambler, we're done. Wildchat needs to be in a Subi. And Unbalanced Ishi. Right. Last two. So step 1, bling. And the fact that it costs nothing makes it even worse. The other requirement being front and wheels are of different. So yeah, let's see if this would work. If that doesn't work, we're gonna go for another day to find Unbalanced Ishi. Oh, okay. Okay, so Sukomi Breaker, we just need the freaking neons. We don't need to beat White Charisma. I mean, what's with the grudge match? The man is not after revenge. We just have to beat his ass the normal way. The dude's still living in year 2000, thinking it's still Need for Speed Underground. Okay, I'm kinda glad we can take out Sukomi Breaker by just simply blinging our car. As much as I hate to admit it. So that leaves just the rotary requirement and the Subi requirement wanderers. Unbalanced Ishi should be the next guy, I hope. If not, we're gonna spend another day. I ended up spending another day. Okay, good that we bait him out. And after this, we need to fix our wheels. We need to put them back in its original spec. That takes care of that. So who else do we have on our list? That should cover most of the the Wanderers. You know what? Let's go out into the market and buy ourselves a sedan. It has to be a normal car, not a custom car. So for sedans, our only options would be the Aristo, the Celsior, and the Crown Athlete. Now looking at their specs here, obviously the best choice, money for performance, is the Crown Athlete, starting at 315 horsepower. And you know what? It's actually the best car to pick if you want a luxury sedan. Because look with the other VIPs. The Aristo's at 280. Kind of a bit old. And it's at 3,700 pounds. The Cell Shore is even worse, 280 but with 4,122 pounds. The Crown Athlete? The lightest among the three. But I know the other option would be... No, there is no SEMA. There is a SEMA here. Alright, so there is a SEMA. So it's either the SEMA, Aristo, Cell Shore, or Crown Athlete to pick for your luxury sedans. SEMA is just as bad, so yeah. You want a VIP for less? Get the Crown Athlete. Also, the 70 Supra may be your only choice here for pre-90s. So that's just a mental note. So it's under 2 mil, but we're gonna prioritize the Crown Athlete first. But we're not gonna drive it just yet because we need the money. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get to win with a stock athlete. I mean, let's say first and then we could try.
You wanna race me? Since you drive a sedan, I think we might understand one another.
This is not gonna end well for me. If I manage to beat him with a stock Crown Athlete, I swear. Oh, it's a time attack battle, so maybe there is hope. This has a weird engine sound. Yeah, it's a straight road at the end. No, it's not possible. We're retconning this race.
It'll be years yet before the likes of you can get away with acting like he knows how to really drive a sedan.
Bro, this just came out of the dealer. What were you expecting? By the way, I'm reversing time. Can't believe I'm able to beat Silent Barbarian with just a muffler upgrade and tires. Alright, and a clutch. And the only trick is to overtake him before the first junction corner, because traffic will be in the way of his lane.
In you, I have found a true sedan driver.
Yeah, no, I'm selling this car. Okay, so we've got rid of the... oh, wait, right, the wheels. Yeah, there we go. Fix the whole stuff. You know what? Let me just quick save. Alright, now let's go on and continue with the rest of the regular drivers. We've done all the Wanderers currently on our setup, which the 350Z could handle, minus the undisclosed Crown Athlete. Okay, so going back to where we've actually left off, I am actually gonna go over some fluff dialogue that I have missed out on the last episode before we continue our rampage throughout Daybreak. So let's start things off here at Shiodome. Again, unlike in past games, this game does not penalize you for skipping out on certain days, since some of the Wanderer requirements are locked on a multiplier or a weekday weekend syndrome. So yeah, we've actually got some. Alright, so Hiroshi Kawaguchi. Let's start with Hiroshi Kawaguchi.
My ambition is to join the rolling guys and conquer the metro with my AE86. I mean, only the best racers could win with an underpowered car, right? I want a rebuilt engine and a full carbon chassis. What's that you say? What do you mean it wouldn't be the same car anymore?
It wouldn't be the... he's watching too much anime.
They used to have a car club at my college that was pretty well known on the metro, until Speed Planet came along, that is, and wiped them out just like that. The car club members apparently joined other racing teams, or so I heard.
Oh, that's actually some hidden lore.
Let me get some pictures of your ride one of these times. I got a really strong vibe off of you just driving down the road with you, so I figured I should be able to get some good shots.
I can graduate anytime I want to. Really. I just don't want to. I mean, I love this car club. I plan to live out my destiny to its end with this club. Bro, just graduate already, please. I'm sure there were more members when me and Kamiya first joined this club, but now there's only 7 of us. It makes it kinda lonely. It's shown me that there are still some holes in my racing theory. I'll get you next time. Wow, I never thought they'd take Midnight Cinderella down. Bitten by a venomous snake, I tell you. There's lots of those in the metro. Venomous snakes, that is. Are you referring to me? How dare you? That was consensual. And in this side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Jet Shaver actually made a comment. Yellow Desperado hits the Shiodome parking area late at night has some very unique preferences. He absolutely refuses to race against any car that looks as though it could go more than 124 miles at a stretch. I've been taking the metro for 5 solid years in an 8.6 and the rolling guys still haven't asked me to join them. I just don't get it. Dude, have you tried saying you'll become rolling guy number 8? I'm very grateful to our leader. After all, he took me in when I was in despairing after my last team was crushed. I want to pay him back someday. I have a premonition that something big is going to happen on the metro in the not too distant future. Like that time 5 years ago when the legendary street racer came along. This is my intuition anyway. Let me know if you hear anything. It's been 3 years since I took over as the leader of this team, but I know we're still considered the wimps of the metro, but we're proud of our unwavering love for racing. Unwavering. And that will keep us going forever. When you beat me, I figured it was about time for me to hang up and turn things over to my successors. You have a successor? Look at this magazine. They feature my car, but only so they could write trash about it. I'm crushed. I'll get that writer Tamura if it's the last thing I do. We'll have this out on the road. Ooh, Tamura better watch out. You know what's the good thing about this is that we can get to Mad Fatso's requirement even closer. And this side? Ooh, a Cassie-kun is here! Cupid Arrows was the first all-female street racing team on the metro. They were a very cohesive unit, despite the fact that they run the gamut from housewives to businesswomen. The team's culture seems to have changed somewhat though, since White Fairy became its third and current leader. Yo! I love Silent Cassiopeia's character design. And yeah, this is kind of a prominent thing. All bosses have a unique character design. So, if you miss out on fluff dialogue for God knows whatever reason, or you're just a speedrunner, you're gonna miss out on very good quality stuff just like this. How unexpected for me to lose to you! It would seem I must reevaluate my opinion on the Metro's races. Even though Speed King may be gone, it would seem that his spirit lives and thrives in this place. You're really fast. I'd like to see you race against my bro. Here I thought you were just a good time guy, but there's more to you than meets the eye. I still don't think you've completely beaten me yet. I'll race you again if the opportunity presents itself. If you're serious, sedans are the way to go. You get the pleasure of having a big engine to move a big chassis. This is what racing is all about. I think, though I admit that my old 86 was fun too in its way. Are you from Argangs? You sound like you're from Argangs. Try my old additive. It's really good, I tell you. It's safe. It won't blow up or anything. Why did I have this conversation before and it's from the receiving end of one of your clients?
I really like the RB. You know, the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh, I thought you're referring to the sky. Never mind.
You take the Shinkanjo to the Rainbow Bridge and cross it to Odaiba. It's the perfect drive for racing couples. Go on, try it, you'll see. Oh man, it's times like this I wish I had a boyfriend.
It's kind of a long time ever since we brought up that counter. My favorite drink is ABS label. Huh? ABS isn't a brand of drink? It stands for Anti-Lock Braking System? It's a system for keeping the tires from locking up and skidding when the driver hits the brakes? Huh. So tell me, what good does that do? Oh, so using ABS in an effective manner keeps the brakes from locking up the tires, which puts stopping power to good use in maintaining the grip of the tires on the road. On the other hand, applying the ABS slightly causes the tires to lock up, which is conducive to drifting. I don't really get it, but who cares as long as the drinks are good? You drive cars, right? Is this dude drinking ABS fluid on a whim? Somebody get this guy a doctor. Okay, so we only got 4, so it's lesser here. Burning Candy, Claim Breaker, Hell Salesman, and Split Motion. You're a street racer? You're kidding, right? I mean, your car doesn't look like it goes all that fast. Excuse you? Wanna be better suited to going for a leisurely drive somewhere with a babe in a passenger seat? Oh, did that make you mad? Then try to get past me. I'll take you on any time you like. Wait, didn't I beat you already? Also...
That was excellent driving. I have no complaints. I think I have experienced yet another example of the unfairness of life.
That's sad. What kind of car are you looking for? The Nissan Skyline Coupe and Seema are your best bets in the sedan category, followed by the Crown, Celsior, and Aristo. 1990s models can be had pretty reasonably too, like FDs, GC8, or the Nissan's R32, Z32, S15, and 180. Alright, so anything that is not mentioned that you know it's an oldies, like the A70 Supra for that one particular rival, now you know. I think they forgot to add the A80 here. Oh, there, never mind. And they're the Supras from the 1970s and 80s as well as the 90s. Thank you for that pitch, Hell Salesman. I know what to buy now. I can't believe there's someone I couldn't beat with these specifications. Now what do I do about it? Do I work more hours to make more money for better customizing? Or do I beef up my driving skills? That is the question. Oh wait, you're from Akihara Speed Factory, right? The one that I beat. Oh, these are a lot. Midnight Silver Wolf, who races down the Road 3, is apparently completely uninterested in cars and sold in the year 2000s or later. If you want to race him, you do well to get yourself a car made in 1999 or earlier. Oh, okay. So, the 34 Crown Athlete, the 350Z, the RX-8. What else is there? The Evo 9. Okay, so those 5 models are out of the question. Every car else is fair game. Oh, also the Hawkeye. I tell you, my team's leader is really just a fraud. Twilight Guitarist is the better driver, but as you know, Crying Singer is a self-centered so-and-so. And nobody's been able to set him straight, which makes me wonder sometimes what we have can really be called a team. If you want to see one of my DJ gigs, I'm at the car club run by Hesitant Stoneface. We often race together on the Metro. He races an opponent first, then I come along. We're the best duo on the Metro. Dude, isn't that like kind of cheating?
I just can't get along with Indulgent Dreamchild. He's so gloomy. He tries to come across as a warmer, happier persona on the team, but it seems like he's kind of putting on an act. I also don't like the fact that he keeps trying to avoid me too.
Maybe he has a crush on you. There's a simple reason why Crying Singer and Strange Drummer aren't getting along. A woman. Yeah, that fact makes me add 2 more to the counter.
Strange Dreamer likes Lil Venus, but doesn't have the nerve to make a pass at her, and so he's jealous of Crying Singer. Because of all this, I was against bringing Whammon into our team in the first place.
Don't you think that bottling parking spaces in Tokyo cost too much? I mean, they're packing tens of thousands of cars into what are mostly vacant lots with room to spare. And they're so crowded it's a pain to get in and out of. It just burns me up. Terms like FF and FR are frequently tossed around in reference to the type of drivetrain a car has. FF means front-mounted engine with front-wheel drive, and FR means front-mounted engine with rear-wheel drive. And the 4WD means 4-wheel drive, of course. Other abbreviations you may hear are MR and RR. Just in case for those who didn't know. Knowing when and how much to apply the brakes is crucial. That is, finding the breaking point, if you will. If you can't figure out at what point you need to hit the brakes to reduce your speed in time, you're going to run into walls real quick. The way I do it is, I make a note of buildings and billboards in the vicinity and use those as my guideposts, my breaking points at every turn. It's not easy to make note of all these points along the entire length of the metro, but there are enough guideposts to make it manageable. All you can do is just drive the roads and commit them to memory, a little at a time. That's kind of a lot coming from Mikhail Bisexual. I hope Midnight doesn't have that much because we covered a lot of them. Okay, good! Know what to speak to here at Yoyogi Nighttime. And the reason I'm going over all these fluff dialogue is because things are gonna get serious as soon as we face Skull Bullet. Oh, good lord, it's a lot of you.
You know about the best racing team in the Metro? About the only thing anyone knows about them is that it's got 9 expert drivers. That and they'll give you the evil life if you start attracting too much attention to yourself. So be careful out there.
Premonition? Fresh Market is a team of lively guys who work out of the Tsukiji Fish Market. They're definitely at home behind the wheel, seeing as how they do so much driving as part of their jobs, even taking into account the differences between cars and trucks. They're also polite, and other racing teams think they're pretty good. They're most known for their steady, stable driving.
Wow, you Metro racers are something else. You drive like nothing I've ever seen. I hope to be able to drive like that soon. You don't want to be a leader, trust me. All it does is tire you out. There are no perks to the job whatsoever. I was forced into my leader's showdown by my predecessor, Bloody Rose.
What?
I even suspect that he took a dive because he wanted out of the job himself.
Oh wait, never mind. Bloody Rose is from Max Racing. I was thinking Bloody Mary.
I haven't had any good catches lately because there are more and more good drivers on the road these days. Like you. I met this Japanese street racer when I was kept in the US. I got taken out in my first race and he kept on winning. But until he got a championship title. I can't help but think that I haven't seen the last of him.
Who, Ryan Cooper?
Cat's White Cat is a babe, but Black Cat keeps an evil eye out, which makes it hard to get close to White Cat.
You thought I was not gonna catch you?
They also race together, which means there isn't much of a chance to get White Cat alone. I hear that Max Racing's Blue Shadow is having an affair with a female racer and his wife has hired a private eye to investigate. How many of these guys are horny? Now this investigator himself is a really good racer. There's no way they'll get away from him.
Hey, Ryosak, more intel from you. Oh, it's you. You haven't been hanging out with Midnight Cinderella by any chance, have you?
Yes.
It's just too much for me, I tell you. Don't tell her I was here. I'ma tell her! Don't you do it, I'ma tell her! Don't you do it! To tell you the truth, I've had it with his high-speed Three Musketeers crap. Maybe high-speed Blue Thunder gets excited about it, but we never get any attention from it. I say enough is enough. Yeah, I figure, Bloody Rose, you're from Max Racing. Oh, come on, my former leader will lose face because of this. Race me again, please. No. My sideburns are hanging limply because you beat me. I'll beat you the next time we meet. Modern car navigation systems are really useful. Older systems would break down if you got into the mountains, but today's car navigation systems never seems to lose their way. They also get real-time traffic into, which help keep us out of traffic jams when we're racing at speed. Maybe the sole reason Senpai wants to race Plat Prince is because, you know, the whole FD versus RX-8 argument? Well, that's my hot take on it. Oh, good lord, a lot of you again. There's a group called Offense 5 instead of a team called Strong. Oh, don't remind me. Offensive lineman and energized quarterback challenge people to battles as a pair. Both of them are incredible drivers. Don't let your guard down around them. Strong formations apparently made up of American football players. They're best known for their sheer numbers. They use the teamwork they've learned in football to race in formation. I hear they can be found in the parking areas milling around in uniform. They shouldn't be too hard to spot. Yeah, with their unique... We were just talking about you. I'm a star player. How can I lose in such a fashion? My fans won't stand for this. We will race again, I promise. Hey, it's sub-boss material team leader guy. There are no guarantees that anyone can get real speed out of the cars that I've customized. I do feel, however, they'll perform as intended if driven by someone who knows how to drive. I have to wonder how many other customizers on the Metro Expressway can make that claim. You sound just like Kazuhiko Yamamoto. You beat me in that? I'm a tad amazed, but that was pretty fun too. Take it easy on me next time when we race, okay? You're just about the only racer who hasn't fallen for my provocations. What do you mean when I did try to provoke you? I was trying the whole time. You're not very nice, you know that? I don't need to be. Sakura Nakajima.
Did you know that Platinum Princess Riziki Cat's ex-husband?
Spicy!
They used to be in a team together, but got divorced when it was disbanded. If it were me, I'd never leave him, seeing as how he's rich and all.
Huh! Do we add gold diggers into the horny meter? I feel bad for Discount Ryosak. I only just found out that Naturally Downtown Boy is actually Risky Cat's brother. She seems to have been racing the Metro longer than him though. He invited her to join his team ASF when her own team was disbanded. Ooh, that's a lot of spicy material coming from Natryosak. You got anyone? Oh, speak of the devil!
You really were good enough to beat him. That's why he wasn't able to give you a challenge. But I'm not giving up. One of these days, I'll take you down.
You wanna tell that to your ex-husband? Who's already my homie? Looks like Mad Fat who races the Shinkanjo is on another diet. Apparently, he started it about the time you started racing on the Metro, and he says he won't race there himself until he's been on it for at least 3 months and seen some results. Oh, so that explains the requirement. He's on a diet. Road Concerto is a street racing team made up of classical music performers. It's both elegant and tough. They hardly ever talk amongst themselves when they meet in parking areas. That makes some people think they don't get along, which isn't true. They're very close-knit, and if one of them gets taken down, the others will avenge him. The scuttlebutt is that each one of them is also pretty good behind the wheel. You drive pretty good. Wait, you already told this to me. I was not. Oh yeah, I remember this too. Right. When I was repeating. Right. Yeah, we've covered this too. Oh, this one I haven't.
Talk about lame. The other day I went for a drive with my girlfriend. I left the stereo and air conditioner running with the engine turned off and it drained the battery.
Wait, how can you turn on the air conditioning with the closed engine?
But a guy happened on the scene in an 80s Supra and gave me a jump start. He sure knew his way around under the hood. You suppose he could have been a car customizer?
Oh, you're talking about Akihara. Yup, I remember this as well. Alright, so not as much. And on Dawn, we only need to go to Shibuya and Shinjuku for fluff dialogue. Then we can officially begin.
This is martial arts on asphalt. Talk about getting the adrenaline pumping. You'll give me a chance to get even, right?
No. I'm thinking of getting a new car, which means I won't be driving my current car for too much longer. But it's not that makes my heart ache, you know. I mean, I drive it practically every day. I want to find a new owner who'll take good care of it. Don't give it to me, I'll just sell it off for cash.
Why are you racing on the Metro? I want to be known as the king of the Metro. Rumor has it that the main thing you need to do is to get that handle is win races, basically. More than that, you need to have as few losses as you can to manage. It's not easy, but if you can get that handle, it's worth it.
Okay, so this is more forgiving than how it was back in the past few games. Past few games, you need 100% win rate to get a really cool bad name or a handle. Here, have as few losses as you can. I hope that's true.
My determination to succeed keeps me hitting the road in search of this goal. And I say to you that if you have a tangible objective and don't simply race for the sake of racing, then you're a better driver and competitor. Listen, about initial torque. Huh? I'm not talking about a sequel to the Automobile Mac.
Bro thinks I'm talking about Initial D.
Rather, initial torque. You know how the car suddenly starts handling differently when the LSD kicks in? And the car becomes harder to control all of a sudden? The way to ease effect is that with the initial torque. I hear you can get by with doing just a little bit at a time. I still don't fully comprehend it yet though. I've also heard that lowering the initial torque will make the LSD kick in rapidly if you start to drift, and thus make the tires go around. That also sounds pretty complicated though.
Oh, so that's why initial torque needs to be increased.
I first heard of Black Dragon while I was in Hong Kong. He's on top of the street races on the Metro, and even now, I aspire to be like him. It wasn't until I came to Japan, though, that I found out there are even better street racers out there. King Speed, Snake Eyes, Plat Prince, and now you, with all the attention you're getting. Asian Aegis is my jumping off point. Maybe I'll look back on being part of the street racing team someday, when I become the next King Speed.
Keep dreaming, woman.
I am most satisfied with the way you drive. I look forward to racing you again if possible. I want to take you down when we meet.
If you're going to run a series of races, one more thing you need to keep in mind is to when to hit the nitro. You don't want to overuse it in your first race, only to have your engine overheat just when you need it most. That's no fun. It's when you're running a series of races that you most need to keep your cool. Small lightweight chassis, the rear wheel drive and 250 horsepower. Only the Nissan Silvia gets this kind of driving pleasure. Driving a Silvia feels like you're directly plugged into the car itself. It shifts smoothly, making changing gears good. I'm so happy that somebody made a car that's such a pleasure to drive. And I like that wedge-shaped notchback coupe styling too. Everything about this car is good, really.
And look at the timing! Once again, I raced straight through to morning.
Buy a street racing team leader's car and put that team sticker on it. I bet you'll get an interesting handle. Nah, just patches or something like that, really. That is actually a really good Easter egg or trivia. So, if you use the same car as the team leader and you apply their sticker onto your car, you get a unique handle, you get a unique bad name. Easiest best example, which I don't think you'll be able to do unless you do it hacking wise, is get an AE86 Trueno, put the rolling guy sticker, and you should be getting rolling guy number 0. Oh, not that much. Okay. Oh my god, it's family.
Even though we lost the race, it was fun to go driving with my old man for the first time in a long while. Thanks a lot.
Hey you, I'm not just a racer. I'm a father too. So don't go making me look like such a bum, huh? Sorry. This chassis moved me the moment I laid eyes on it. I thought the Skyline Coupe was really hot. I was walking around this car, caught my eyes and drove away. That was my first encounter with the Skyline, the new model with the rounded taillights. Talk about love at first sight. I'd just been thinking about buying a new car and headed straight to the dealership. When I took it for a test drive, I was amazed at its stability. It's also a good field of view, which makes driving a breeze. I was impressed, in a word. This new Skyline doesn't put on airs. It's a pleasure to drive. Should I add you to the horny meter? You sound really horny with the Skyline V35. Oh, Kakoda! I misread as Kuroda. That side-to-side wobble is called roll. That's right. When you take a corner, centrifugal force makes your car tilt. The resulting side-to-side wobble is the roll. Yeah, oh my god, it's you again! And to roll, reduce your car's stability, making it harder to handle. To improve your car's roll resistance, make your car stabilizers tighter. You can't try to eliminate roll altogether by making them too stiff though, or else your car will experience side slip instead. You can't get more roll by using tires with stronger grip and force, and if you do that, you should also tighten your stabilizers. Got that? Good.
You find some guys who would try to get you to race them in gangs or 3 or more, one after the other. I think that's just so sleazy. I mean, that amounts to victory through attrition. I guess I could always counter with a team of my own. But I just don't seem to have the knack for holding teams together. What, you two? Well, in that case, I don't know how much good this will do, but the only way to beat those weasels is to conserve your energy as much as possible. Drive as cautiously as you can, and keep them from passing you at any cost. Yeah, if it were easy, anybody could do it, I know.
I love the Metro at daybreak. Coffee in the can just tastes better when you drink it at the parking area, with the morning breeze blowing on your cheeks. Alright, who do we got left? It's just me talking and dubbing for the past 30 minutes. Okay, that's less good. I envy Misa. Whatever she may say to others, she knows and accepts Shinsuke the way he is. My man, on the other hand... Okay, I apologize. I apologize for giving you the guy voice. You are totally female.
Who does June think she is? What does she mean? It'll take you longer to get married if you waste your time battling. What gives her the right to interfere with my life like that? I mean, take a look at your dress. That's what I'd like to tell her.
Him. Wait, we're not supposed to expose? At last, I have a new target. You. We'll race again sometime. Wait, didn't you just say the last time, Shooting Star? Or was it another Shooting Star?
Yada. If only Blue Rider was as hard-nosed as you are. Love isn't as easy to understand as street racing.
Oh, sweet mother of Christ, that's a lot. Hot!
You say you don't know how to configure your car settings? Well, first of all, you should pick one car to drive extensively and keep driving it in accordance with its baseline settings. you try to adjust more than one setting at a time, you'll be hard-pressed to figure out what's changed or how. Try lowering the chassis as far as it will go for a start, and see what it feels like, then make fine adjustments until you're satisfied. What matters is configuring these various settings one at a time with care. Take it slow, because you can mess up the car's behavior if you're not careful.
Okay, making my way up. You're gonna drive a Fairlady Z. The one you want is the Z32. Even now, I consider it to be the ultimate sports car. It was the first 280 horsepower made in Japan with a front engine rear-wheel drive. Oh, really? What about the A70? It was based in 87. Everything about it is beautiful and a solid performer. Whether it is the engine, the suspension, or the chassis. If the Fairlady Z is poetry in motion, the Z32 is the finest example. Look at the time! Once again, I raced straight through morning. Hey, that's the same thing you said last time. Say what you will, it's harder to get real speed. Tightening up the suspension means a less comfortable ride, while customizing the engine makes more of a job of maintenance. So factory settings are probably best if you just want to drive in a regular street legal fashion. On the other hand, there's also an indescribable pleasure with these sorts of maintenance related hassles as well. All of a sudden, I want to go fiddle with my car some more. Maybe we'll add an oil pressure meter or something. Morning has broken, I see. I need to get a nap before I go to work in the afternoon. I ran into Cry Singer in the parking area the other day. I'm a fan of his band, so I was so thrilled that I got to him to autograph my dashboard. You know he's just right there, right? Sheesh! No sign of Little Venus again! Could she be trying to avoid me? Wow, we're really hitting off the mark with these counters, aren't we? Alright, one of these teams, I know I could take out their parking area crew, then their field crew, then come back to said parking area. So I'm actually gonna do that after I check out Yogi PA. Oh, just two, good. The Donji guys team from Kyushu is mounting a campaign on the metro. They have a really hardcore cars and very macho driving styles, which makes them intimidating in ways more than street racing teams can match. Rumor has it they originally came to the metro to meet Tokyo girls, and in fact some female drivers have fallen for them based on the way they race, so they just might get their wish before too much longer. If only that were that easy. Hey, that's only 3 members. They're the few, the proud among street racing teams. Under normal circumstances, they live quiet lives, and don't stand out all that much on the metro either. What they've done, however, is take advantage of the fact that they mostly go unnoticed due to drive in a sort of stealth manner, which was proven to be pretty successful. So one can't look down on them for it. Right, so not much intel there. So Tatsumi parking, and then we can officially start driving. Thank God. Yeah, I'm glad I saved this for last. Naito again? I'm a perfectionist, so naturally I want a handle that fits my perfectionist nature. I'm gonna win, and keep on winning. And of course it's important not to lose too. You should also strive for a perfectionist handle too, come on! My all-time favorite car is the 32 Skyline GDR. I was so excited when it went on sale because it was the first GDR model in 16 years. It was so slick, just sitting there. The aerodynamics wouldn't have worked anywhere else. I think that's how well described the chassis was. Talk about manly, and it performs just like you'd expect a car with a GDR brand to do. The R32 is the best Skyline GDR model. Nope, 34, no cap. Did you know you can see a Ferris wheel from the Odaiba route as you head for the Bayshore? It's the Odaiba Ferris wheel. Its colors change as you watch it, making pretty patterns. I might pull off the road and check it out with my girlfriend one of these times. No, I don't actually have a girlfriend, but so... What's wrong with wanting something? Come on, man! There are handles for racers to take out outrageous risk. What do you do if you want that kind of handle?
Simple. Just refuse to slow down no matter what. Now me, I could never get that kind of handle because my car means too much to me.
If the engine type designation is V6 or V8, it means the engine in question is a V-type. This design was adopted in order to get around the limitation of standard inline engines. Attempting to increase engine performance by adding more cylinders demands longer engine blocks. The V-shaped engine uses a more compact configuration to work around this problem by arranging opposing cylinders in pairs across from one another. It used to be like that, it used to be that you couldn't build V-shaped engines very solidly. That problem seems to have been solved. In general, engines with 6 or more cylinders are V-shaped engines. Hello, L6, RB26, 2JZ?
Hitting walls or bumping cars makes me want to throw the towel when I race. I recommend you beware of doing the same thing yourself too, because you might just get a handle that connotes such tendencies. You never know when somebody might catch you out, and before you know it, you might be a legend. Sort of.
You're not the racer who defeated the top 3 street racers on the C1 Loop by any chance, are you? It's an honor to meet you. You best watch yourself in the Shikanjo though. This place is a whole lot rougher than C1. The biggest threat here is Skull Bullet. He's a transplant. Who calls a person transplant?
Ayers tried to track down another street racer, and he's got all 3 partners helping him. I bet he'll show up if you take them all down.
Far Away is made up of troublesome guys who don't like the idea of young people being better than them behind the wheel. Not only are their drivers all veterans, their cars are understated in their power, including such 90s models such as the R32s and 70 Supras, all of which are thoroughly customized for street racing. That means they can go the distance, even against the latest and greatest thing off the factory floor. Whew! Finally, we can get to racing. So, Albatross on the Moonless Night, Penguin Drive, and Mystery. I remember you. I got my first L from you in 2025! These days, street racers have no sense of road etiquette at all. I'm not talking about you, though. Okay, so it's the same gimmick. He comments the same exact thing as before. It's a shame for him though that with the number of people I've defeated, Wanderers included, I'm already way over prepared for Team Faraway. Back then in 2025, his 32 was a threat. Now he's just cakewalk for being introduced this late. Well, technically, the only reason he was a threat is if I take the outside because I started the outer lane, he's gonna ram me into said wall, securing his lead. But if I let him take the outside and I take the inside, he's pretty much cakewalk. I lost, and yet I felt so exhilarated. Why, I wonder? I'm glad I had the chance to race you. Street racing and politics are similarly straightforward. In both cases, it all comes down to winning and losing. I shouldn't have a problem with another 32 though. Midnight Hawk already sets the bar for me on how not so good Far Away is as a team. At least they're not as ridiculous as Strong Formation. Now, Strong Formation, I can't forget what they have done to me. Like one after another, not to mention 11 members in the team. I wonder though, would Denji have like unique silhouettes as well, if ever? No, wait. Denji is a team that I cannot face in the parking area. They're just a lot. Like the bio says from the PAs, they're making a campaign. A campaign to pick up chicks. And showing people who the boss of this gym is. Okay, it's just right after Ginza. I swear, all these PA battles and time attacks, they need to stop. And I'm glad that they stopped in 2025. Please do not bring them back. Again, if they would include some sort of additional objective, which would make the race even more interesting than this. This is nothing more than a slob. Feel free to laugh. This is what I'm capable of at present. Last one, Albatross of the Night. I'll show you just how determined old people can be. Okay, this is gonna be hella easy. Oh wow, his Supra be pulling though than the 32. He kept up so well until he shifted to gear 6, but still. Alright, that's far away down. The rest of the team I can race off in the road. Made up my mind when I lost you that I would not retire until I defeated you. But you did. Well, then again, that's my fault. Okay, so from here, nothing with regards to any wanderers. So I just have to ambush everyone. I see. And first off, we got Danji, one of the few Danji members. Their S15 looks good though. Just saying. Some of them are on the other side, it seems. Wait, this is Mocking Dove. Originally, Mocking Dove levels up to a 80 Supra. What is up with these 70 Supras? They're pulling really well. That 70 Supra equal to that of my Z. Well, then again, this is just 420 horsepower. And the boost gauge on the side makes me think that's a supercharger, not a turbo, or it has to be a turbo. Okay, next is a purple Evo, Dejima Trial. Wow, his Evo be pulling. Yeah, Denji's actually got a strong tuning level. I don't think my Z could catch up this much around Shinkanjo no more. Maybe I need to adjust my gearbox so that it would accommodate more speed down the line instead of what it has currently. Nichinan Phoenix. Isn't that supposed to be like Golden Phoenix on the latest game? Yeah, they're kind of pulling well down Shinkanjo though, so I'm at a loss when it comes to straight roads. In my current spec, most definitely. Alright, the race should end soon, please. The Z32 is my next target. So it can pull, but it has a poorer clutch compared to my own. And I think that's our last one for this loop. Oh, so there's two more. So more far away peeps. Wait, is it the tequila person in 2025 in Red Pollution? If it was, I have a bone to pick with that one. Wow, I'm really losing out on the acceleration department. Alright, so if I finish this one just before Ginza, I should be safe. Because what I want to do is to loop up to the opposite side and take out the next set. That way I can just take them all out within a span of 2 dawns? The Unknown Saga of Danji. I think we're still not through with Danji here. There's a lot of these guys on the opposite lane. But these 70 Supras be pulling though. Alright, maybe it would still take me 3 dawns. I am far away from the next junction at this rate. Yo, 10 wins though. Alright, first one is Zephyr Tree Monkey. It feels no different from the other Z32 that we faced off. Oh nice, they messed up and hit the barrier. Good job, Danji. That 32 may be from far away. Or no, it could be from Red Pollution. Despite being the better car, the 32 has a slower acceleration off the line. It makes the 70 Supra look much better. Alright, a little bit far away to the next guy, but I'll manage. Another one from Red Pollution, a V35 this time. I mistook this for a 34. But this one is Z against Z, so I should not have any problems. Oh, what do you know? Conveniently placed right at the back of the next guy. Oh, I remember you. You have the same bad name as in the new game. Oh Jesus Christ, you are just as threatening as the last game! Get away from me, man! I don't want no beef with you! You give me beef in the future, I don't want it in the past! And there's another one right there! It just led me straight to the next guy. I'm trying to align to his shifting point so that I will not be left behind. The 70 Supra modified seems to have the better clutch. I guess I'm not done with either or team just yet. I'm coming back for you, 32. Oh, you're from Danji. Okay. I'm glad I got back to you. Oh, thank God he choked. Thank God you choked. So, I have a huge feeling Danji's boss team lead should be coming out right as soon as I beat Genkai Seashore. Then the next one should be Red Pollution. Oh no, wait, there are more new guys going at the outer. Oh wow, I was actually right. Team leader time. Now I'm gonna show you who's the boss of this gym. Wildman Hayato Satsuma. Who links their real name to their bad name? Who does the ow? Who does that? Linking their real name to their bad name. This ass. They always try to mess you up at Ginza. Oh, what? Okay, that is it. I thought you went up Shinkanjo. What did you... Alright, that's 2 L's. But it's not technically a loss, but a draw per se. But it still triggered the Bakamitai in me. This ass of a Macho mother flipper. Oh no, you freaking don't. First you take me out of Shinkanjo, now you try to ram my ass? Okay, that's it. Kitty gloves are off. And you're killing traffic! Yeah, I'ma block ya. This is what happens when you mess with me, Wildman Hayato Satsuma. By the way, with how fast he's going, it's destined to fall into C1 no matter what. This macho-ass freak ruined my win streak! How dare he! What? There's another guy! How many rounds are we supposed to have? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Bro code. Bro code among macho men. I'm taking your asses to Shibuya. Well, this is so unmacho of these guys, ambushing me to a 2v1. What? Oh my god, this Supra's an idiot! Two L's because they're... okay, that's it. I'm not deviating from... I mean, there's no place left for me to deviate anyway here in Shibuya. But if I made it in before the Supra died, wouldn't that mean that... that should not have been counted because he retired? Oh my Jesus, my first official L. And it had to be in this place. Wow. Just... wow, what a bunch of dicks. Hey, I'll take the consolation though. Freaking Danji. Right, that's it. Kitty gloves are off. I'm not gonna show you who the boss of this gym. I'm gonna make you dead. I'm gonna make you lift dead weights. Emphasis on dead. No, be cool. Be cool, Miyogi. You're losing it. Don't let a bunch of macho freaks with lubed up abs and horny for Tokyo girls get the better of you. Wow, look at them being total assholes. The only thing I like about these ambush missions is how my SP bar resets. And then there's one Z32 for red pollution. He just disappeared. Finally! Not only was it an ambush, not only did they have skill issues, it was my biggest mistake to draw out the battle all the way to Shibuya line, where it's nothing but a straight road. Imagine if I end up racing the Previa. Oh, you're junk. We meet again. Alright, probably one more and red pollution comes out. I think far away, we've dealt with far away already, so they would not be an issue. The team leader's just gonna wait for us at Tatsumi parking area. And then suddenly Riverside Crow calls for backup. And it will feel no different from Danji if that happens. Yeah, I think this is the last one for red pollution. Oh wait! Now I realize, Pricular, this is from Highway Outlaw. This guy's from Highway Outlaw, knowing that Highway Outlaw disbanded and joined Red Pollution. And before somebody tries to make it sound politically correct, no, pride as in confidence, not pride as in coming out of the closet. Oh, sweet mother of another 34? I realize a lot of these Shinkanjo bosses are 34 mains. Not Tomo, get out of the way! Oh my god, Junction, now you're making me scared. Oh, Mad Stranger, right. I didn't recognize you because Mad Stranger in 2025 already mains a Levorg and has a secret gimmick that if you let the race last too long, he's gonna boost the same way as he did right now. Never mind. I think that is his quirk. Wait, there's one guy coming in on the inner loop? Really? And the thing is, I cannot leave the park. I cannot go back on the road after this. I have to go back home after beating the race. But first... You... That was pathetic. I came all this way from Kyushu only to get beaten. I made up my mind that I'm not going back to Kyushu until I conquered the metro and get a Tokyo girl for myself. I cannot completely hate you because you just add yourself to the counter, my friend. I just can't get in the groove. Is this typical of the driving ability of street racers on the metro? It's all I can do to remember the layout of the road.
I customized the car so that it would grab the road and not let go, but now that it won't corner hard enough in the turns. I guess it's true that anything done to excess is a bad idea. Maybe if I tweak traction down a little. And I think I'll start by easing the traction control in the ABS. There's the LSD too. How do I balance all this?
Young drivers today have no class at all. And it's the fault of the grown-ups to let them get away with it, wouldn't you agree? I lost because my skills were inadequate. You saw it too, right? Just a little more racing won't make that much difference, but I need all I can get if I'm ever to beat the best racing team on the metro. Red Pollution is made up of foreigners who enjoy redlining it. Other teams are scared of them because they race dirty. You're talking about Wild Hayato Satsumo from Danji, right? Their motto is, we only obey rules if they help us win. I hear there are some members who race clean though. Apparently, they joined the team without knowing what it was really about. And now aren't sure what to do about it. Oh, you mean like Pride Killer? Kyushu's guys take their friendship seriously. Hayato Satsuma, the Wild Man, and the Roaring Volcano are both from Kagoshima Prefecture, which apparently forges solid bonds. So if Hayato is in trouble, Volcano will come out to his aid. You can count on it. You could have told me that before the Danji fight! Oh good, it's a time attack, Maximum Eagle. Street racers like you, who act like they're a big deal despite having no skill, really piss me off. If you're gonna talk the talk, then I'll show that you can walk the walk. I'm not like the newbies who just got behind the wheel yesterday. I've survived any number of close calls out there. So watch closely as I show you how an experienced street racer drives. Yeah, keep talking, old man. I like your Supra though. Very clean. Raced out, but clean. Can I slipstream behind you or no? I mean, what does it matter? It's a time attack race. I shouldn't be worried. I'll just catch up when I get to Fukagawa. or that? Danji was a bigger threat than you know, and he's just lubed up. Oh wait, right, now I remember. Maximum Eagle in 2025 evolves to an 80 Supra. Okay, so he does get a level up despite his age. And his girth. And his belly. And his suspenders. God, I should stop bullying that fat man. He could have been a good fight if he only did not grind the guardrail on the exit of the corner at the start. Alright, I'm supposed to go home after this. This is ridiculous. I must be getting old. Maybe it's time for me to retire and turn the streets over to the young. Actually, no. You wouldn't have any need for the streets that this old bastard has driven over. Go find your own streets. Wow! Is he having a case of andropause happening on him right now? And the last one on the team list is Oboro. And they're at Shibaura. But first, gotta check no senpai. I was on a team that got wiped out. My teammates all quit the metro, but I'm still racing. I want to have it out with the racers who took my old team down. I should stop talking to this man. The most dangerous moment is the one in which you're most certain of victory. I'll just have to hope I make it back to the garbage and... Oh my god, I'm sorry! I meant garage! One day, Speed King brought his car and told me this. Make me a car that won't lose to anyone. At first I refused, but it's impossible to create a car that won't lose to anyone. But I gave in to his strong, unfailing gaze and nodded my head. It was a work of art. Although I had made it, it didn't feel like my car at all. What? What happened to his GTR34 then? Riverside Crow, you got some explaining to do. Jeez, I'd have won if it only I'd sold you some defective car. That's low. That's low, Spark Moon. That's low. Kabukicho Screamer. Judging from the look on your face, you want to race me, don't you? Alright, let's run a lap or two. Where are you going, my brother? Boom! Dead! Yeah, he be screaming alright. Screaming in pain. From this L. Was the outcome of this race decided before it was run? Yeah, no, you just smacked headfirst into a divider. Demon Path Asuran and Evo 9. You're my prey for today. Edgy now, aren't we? Hey, I get the inside! Oh, damn it, it's a time attack race! Of course, this has to be taken into... Like, once the team leader's already exposed, they're not going anywhere, especially if it's a parking area team leader. I have to switch to softs, adjust my transmission for better acceleration, and tweak a bit more on the LSD. The harder my quarry is to take down, the more determined I get. Yeah, whatever, edgelord. Ooh, an FD. You know, I'ma head home first. Anyone that I need to find? Oh, there's even more.
I get carried away when I race. I'm sorry for denting your car. I'll be more careful in the future. I'll beat you next time, no matter what it takes. Remember that.
Yeah, you nearly did though.
Can I snap a picture of your car with my cell phone? I'd like one to send it to my wife. Otherwise, she'll think I'm cheating on her.
The insecure wife. Yeah, I feel bad for you, Nichinan Phoenix.
My car and I are one heart, one mind. We'll be together until the bitter end. Though I can't say which of us will give out first.
I'm calling you right now. You're gonna get cancer.
I don't like being the center of attention. I hardly ever choose to make appearances in front of others like I'm doing now. But I just had to meet you. I wanted to know which of us was the faster. I've been watching you for a long time now, though you probably didn't notice. So I already know you're fast. Now I'm going to race you myself in order to find out the secret of your speed.
That kind of sounded cool on paper. Yeah, sleeper build. Oh man, he got the outside, the inside. Oh wow, the increased acceleration and lower top end speed actually did the trick. I feel more competitive now. In the lower end RPMs, the higher ones, yeah, I'm still struggling. Yeah, this was an easier race against ASF, if you ask me. Alright, time to fulfill Senpai's order.
Lost. It can't be. The race we had probably would have merit attention from other street racers, but it meant a great deal to me. I don't usually like leaving memories of myself with others. But I hope you'll remember this race.
About that, I'm sorry, bro. Okay, Senpai has your number and I'm here to take you out. Not to dinner. That's just for me and Senpai. She wanted you gone, I'm gonna make you go gone. Alright, Gear 2, I can keep up somewhat. And if only Garnet Dawn would just nudge over to good. Yeah, Azure Sniper was a bigger threat than you would, lady. Yeah, I know you're female. Oh, nice one going around that preview though. I'd say Azure Sniper gave me a harder time than you would. Or maybe then again, with Azure Sniper, I was under 400 horsepower. Now I'm at 420 Blaze It. Alright, that was a bit of an easy boss battle. Oh, hey, Bloodhound. So, you've finally taken out all of Skullbullet's comrades. You're pretty good. I bet you'll be hearing from Snake Eyes pretty soon. You're on collision course. He was pretty fast in the illegal street racing community, I hear. If you're not careful, he'll nail you. Speaking of which, have you heard that Speed King is sneaking back onto the road again? He's as mean and cold as ever. He didn't even tell me when he was back again. And we go back a long way together too, when we were still called the 13 Devils, so I known him inside out. And I bet he won't leave it at this either. He isn't emotionally prepared for it yet. So it's probably best to just let things be, for the time being. Oh, are we really going to be egging Speed King back? Hey, LSD 2-way.
That's it? Just the LSD?
Alright, wait, let me just double check on the rival list. So... Skullbullet's the Tatsumi parking area, okay? But we're done with everyone here. Also here, and here. Just want to check at the same time if there is somebody, Wait, it's any time of the day, right? Maybe I can meet Senpai? Let me just check Shibara first before we go to Tatsumi. Guy with... You're back? Lately, we're seeing lots of guys in No, wait. We had this conversation before. We've also had this conversation before.
Where'd you go for the kill? If sheer horsepower is your thing, I bet it's the same with Wongun. Because there aren't too many other roads that are wide and straight. It's the pits though, if your opponent's car has more horsepower than you do. All you'd see in that case is his rear end pulling away from you. Now you can tell by looking at your opponent's car, roughly, how many horses it puts out. It's something to keep in mind when you're looking for opponents to race against.
Hey you! You couldn't have beaten me unless you cheated. How in the world did you do it? I'll let you off the hook if you tell the truth.
I just drove better than you. Yo! Military veteran Azur... Wow, that nickname's not for show.
You're pretty good. I had no idea you'd be that fast. But you're still no big deal compared to Skullbullet. His car is still possessed by the devil himself. If you're not careful, he'll nail you.
I mean, okay, Bayman? There used to be a team of college student street racers on the C1 loop. As the leader formed ASF after graduation, which is short for Akihara Speed Factory. As its name suggests, tied to the customizing shop run by its leader, Kenji Akihara. It's a motley crew, but they're all plenty good, thanks to the cars they drive, which have all been worked on by their leader, who's a genius at customizing cars. Yes, I know, I nearly took an L from him, and he's sitting right there. We had this conversation, Naito!
Rumor has it the Speed King is back on the Metro. Things are likely to heat up if the guy who was once the fastest is really racing again. I guess chaos is what the Metro is all about.
That stupid cat, it went after... Oh wait, we had this conversation before.
My car's a red Mazda RX-8. I like rotary engines, you see. It's really nice combining a sense of luxury with affordability. The first time I saw it, and I had my doubts on the double doors. But now that I've adjusted to them, I like them. It made it a lot easier to get in and out of the back seat. And have you heard about the RX-8 hydrogen engines? They're ready for road service, or so I hear. And they'll run on gasoline too. They say it works its way because of the rotary engine's design. So it's environmentally friendly, that's what matters now.
Is it true they have hydrogen engines on the RX-8, or is that a mistranslation? Oh, sweet mother of Christ. I finally ran my first race the other day. I also got blown away. Does everybody start out like that more or less? Yes. You have a code about the cars you drive. One rule I have is I only drive cars with rotary engines. Now that's not to rule out the other fast cars, don't get me wrong. I just think it's important to have a personal code, that's all. You need to feel you can trust your racing with a particular car. And besides, it just seems cooler that way. Fix your paragraph positioning, bro. I've shamed my leader by losing to an amateur like you. We'll go get at it again in one of these times. You taught me just how sophisticated the street racing on the Macho is. I wasn't completely blown away though. You're going down next time we meet. In an 8-6, yeah, keep dreaming. Timing is key in both comedy and racing. I feel as though you led me by the nose in our last match. You're still rough around the edges, but I think you're going to get faster from here on in. Keep it exclusive when you get famous. Suddenly, someone passed my shoulder. She's never showing up, bro. Okay, day 90, and we need to face off against Mad Fat before we take out. Okay, it's a Shinkanjo, so he's just roaming around. You know what? I'm not gonna let Black Panther speak for now. I'm just gonna leave. Alright. Okay, good. Mad Fat. I love how his plate number just perfectly fits what's inside. I like the front bumper though. Reminds you so much of Kei Aizawa. Oh my god, he be pulling. This is a mistake. Whoa! No way did I just dodge that. One more push. The Supra be pulling though. Very strong. Alright, time to face Battle Boss. I think it could be any of the three. The requirement only is to beat all members. Yep, there he is. I've been waiting for you. Guess I didn't give Japanese street racers enough credit. So I guess you already know what I'm doing here, right? Japanese street racer came to my country 3 years ago. They call him Snake Eyes. And he took down one good American street racer after another, quickly making a name for himself in the local community. And he and I went at it one day and he won. I then heard he'd gone back to Japan and I followed him here in order to settle the score. And just when I was finally about to catch up with him, you came along and took Snake Eyes down before I could. Wait, what? No, I did not! That would cause a reassessment of what he thinks of me too. I'm tired of talking. Let's do this. Is bro mistaking me for Gente? Oh my god. Okay, what is it now, Ryosuke's ex-wife?
Having a racing team wiped out changed him completely. I broke up with Platinum Prince out of fear, not hate. The Metro is where the only connection left between us anymore. Which is why I keep racing.
Huh? Go back to him then! Breaking up with him just made things worse and you two were I'm not a pastor to talk like this. Are you ready? It's showtime. Hey, it's kind of flashy. Hey, Concept X. Ooh. I see an aura. This is the first rival we face with an aura. Skull Bullet, the end boss of this chapter. Yep, that's definitely an aura right there. Alright, Gear 2 and 3 least to be desired, but Gear 4, yeah, it's his speed gear. Yeah, boy be polling in an Evo, not Evo X. Come on, Skull Bullet, we got 5 miles. You wanna gauge if I am the one who beat Snake Eyes where I clearly have not and you mistook my identity? Go on ahead, test me, show me what you got. Hombre. Oh, come on, really? You're gonna give up just like that? Bro. If you want a proper fight, I'm gonna give it to you. But you have to put up a fight yourself, man. I can't be the one to do all the heavy lifting. I am literally half my usual pace right now, and you're still far. You know what? Screw it. I'm ending you. Imagine if a wide lane such as this in Ginza only got reduced to just one lane. And it's in the dead center middle. That was disappointing, Skull Bullet. Just 2 mil? Really? Crimson Kit. Golden Are we gonna face more? Chill, wait! It's one after another! Phantom 9 is here? That's 6 already. Dirty Fox in an RE Amemiya FD. I'm boned. Is that a Mustang? Namahage. That's 8. And... so you're the number 9. Oh, nice. Stop at the over the front fender where it has the sticker of Phantom 9 on it. Cool. Oh, hey, Iwasaki. I hear you beat Skull Bullet. I swear it's just one thing after another with you. Okay, you got me. Once upon a time, I was known as Speed King. I didn't know who decided it, but people said I was the fastest street racer on the metro. Then, I figured out that it was such designations didn't mean squat. It was just a puny bit of glory in an isolated community. That of street racers competing in custom cars, nothing more. Knowing this, if they still want that title, then be my guest. But don't expect any help from me either. I just want to tell you that. So long for now. So he's no longer in denial. Hi? Who are you?
This is your secret hideout? It's been awfully filthy. Free garage belongs to the current big-name street racer. Oh, sorry, I haven't introduced myself. Name's Otomo Shiraishi. Though around these parts, I'm probably better known as Matt Murdock. I guess you could say I'm Phantom 9's ace driver. Our leader Snake Eyes is very interested in you since you took down one of the top 3 street racers on the C1 loop. In addition to busting Skull Bullet himself. Maybe you didn't know this, but Phantom 9 is considered the best street racing team on the Metro. And it's really annoying to have street racers like you buzzing around. So if you don't quit messing around, we're gonna come looking for you. That's all I want to say.
Oh, so we're threatening people now with our existence. Nice! Engine 6, more power, more weight reduction. Body kits. Tire. Oh, yes. Putting them in first. Power tune. So, level 6 gives me 430 and it eats up 4 mil. Nothing on exhaust, nothing on cooling module. Body tune, another 3 mil. Makes it much lighter. Tires. Hey yo, these are semi-slicks. I'll put it on mediums. Yeah, looks like that's all the upgrades I could get. So let's actually review the rival list. So we have 4 teams at nighttime. Tri-Edge, the Pleiades, another star, and top level. I'm seeing a theme here. It's Subi versus Mitsubishi. So 2 Subi teams and 2 Mitsu teams. Then for Midnight, we have Rings, 2 Limit, Secret Code, and B Legend. And for Daybreak, we have Blood Tears, Edgy, Freedom Light, Juicy Heaven, and Aquarium. Okay. But we do not have any bosses in Daybreak. Nor any bosses in Midnight. Nor any bosses in Nighttime. The Wanderer list, though, looks like they're complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, not yet, not yet. That's just 8. Yeah, that's just 8. So, an additional 8 as well, I guess. More or less, yeah. And there. Okay, so we've actually taken out Skull Bullet. Now we get introduced to a new team to face off against, and that's Phantom 9. And apparently, we are an absolute threat to Phantom 9 at this point. But before anything else, before we end this episode, let's end it with a bit of some fluff dialogue searching. So we're gonna start first at Midnight. We're gonna make our way from Shiodome up until Yoyogi Park. We're just gonna search for fluff dialogue. We're not gonna fight anyone.
Some racers do nothing but drive, while others just hang out in parking areas. If you really want to be the top dog, you need to get on the horn yourself.
I wouldn't blame you for thinking that's a hassle, though. Hey, you're alone.
Mommy has a cat to keep her company, so she won't be alone. She calls her cat Speed King. Funny, isn't it? She said it was the handle of the guy who was the fastest on the Metro once upon a time.
That's cute.
You Tokyo racers are good. I thought I was pretty fast in Nagoya, but drivers like me are the norm around these parts. That's a depressing thought.
Have you seen Grim Redpoint? I was supposed to loan him my notes.
Uh-oh, I was supposed to get Drifting Striker's notes, but he's not here. Now what do I do? I'll be left back for sure.
Dude is just right there.
You know what? Never mind. Oh, hey Ryosuke. I suggest you watch yourself from Kurosaki 3, a Phantom 9 subgroup that races on the C1 is concerned. Old Iron Man is a thoughtful, experienced driver, as his age suggests. He's got a sharp mind and knows how to handle a car. You'll find him bringing up the rear in a race. But that's just one of the three.
The Pleiades ranks among the better-known Subaru Impreza racing teams. They draw on the solid potential of the baseline Impreza hardware to the utmost, even on the C1 loop. They got it a hammer and tongs with Tri-Edge, their main rivals. Their leader apparently have a real history, and it's likely to be a while yet before they finally have it out.
You know what would be good? If something like Genesis and Seeks happen again, where you have to take out both teams, and when either or is already on their final member, suddenly both team leaders ambush me, just, beat the common enemy. I wish they bring back that gimmick. If not here, I wish they bring it back at TXR2025. So that's it with fluff dialogue here. I have a feeling the bosses, they don't basically follow the rules of which parking area they spawn in, unless it's like an additional fluff dialogue. So like they could be in any, as long as you meet them for the first time, giving you warnings.
Ryosuke again!
I feel sorry for Phantom 9's Yami Tengu. He's competent enough, but the rest of his team puts him in the shade. As a consequence, he gets a cold shoulder from Snake Eyes. Yami Tengu also thinks that Snake Eyes is grooming you to take his place, which can't make him any happier. He really seems to hate you because of that. Even so, he's not liable to go after you until you've taken down all the racing teams on the Shinkanjo. When he does race you though, he'll do it as part of a team with King Sandstorm and Matt Murdock. Watch your back.
Hey, even Bloodhound is giving me intel.
Phantom 9's Matt Murdock may not look like much, but you'd be smart not to take him at face value. They say no one on the team has more respect for Snake Eyes, but he plays his cards close to his vest. Rumor has it that he may even be contemplating a takeover of Phantom 9 one of these days. He's liable to sit up and take notice of you too, if you do something like take down all of the other Shinkanji racing teams. When he does race you though, he'll do it as part of a team with the likes of King Sandstorm and Yami Tengu. Watch your back. Yeah, Ryosuke kinda told me the same thing. Now that we've seen Bloodhound and Ryosuke, does this mean we get to see Senpai on Daybreak? Which is kinda odd to see Senpai and Daybreak, not usually in Midnight. Hot.
You're amazing. I'm blown away.
I exercise my right to silence. Okay, so if it's not Tatsumi area, I'll try Shibuya? It's different parts of the night, but they hopefully would give me still the same intel. Thank you, Senpai! I'm ending it with this one.
Dirty Fox, the sole female member of Phantom 9, may look like a sweetheart, but don't let that fool you. She's a total vixen, just as her handle suggests. It doesn't matter whether she really hasn't realized what Snake Eyes wants to do with her, or is just pretending she doesn't know. She's a tease in either event. She might challenge you to a race if you demonstrate the kind of skill necessary to take down all of the street racing teams on Route 3.
Ooh, really now? So the bosses from the first chapter are really throwing you all the intel to help you out. Looks like they're having a common enemy at some point. Last is the Yoyogi parking area. Who's gonna give the intel for this? No one? Really? No one? What if I go in midnight? Because I know there's one last intel that we need to find out. Chicken to God. Oh, Bloodhound. Okay, it's Bloodhound. I just met an old friend of mine over at the Route 4 parking area. Phantom 9's Namahage. I don't know why he's racing with Snake Eyes, but I figure he's got his reasons. He runs silent and deep. He does. Don't let your guard down around him. You might run into him if you take down all of the street racing teams on Route 4. Okay, so each one has their own territory. No, don't go out. I'm going home. Each one has their own territory. So 3 of them would be in the C1, but they will only appear once I've taken all teams out at C1. So completion wise, that makes it easy for me. There's another triad waiting for me at Shinkanjo though. I just don't know which side, or are they gonna stalk me on which parking area if ever they come out of a parking area. And I just hope it is from a parking area and not from a after team leader race. But what I'm gonna do is that I do it the same way as how I did with Skull Bullet's triad. I'll focus on the street teams outside first, and then we'll save the parking area teams for last. That way, we also get to witness and see their character designs of these guys. I think Garnet Dawn is the only one we have yet to find their character art, but we'll save that for the next episode. So, with how things are right now, I don't think Daiki is more than enough to take on Phantom 9. Sure, Daiki can take out the teams, but Phantom 9 would be a completely different beast. We've seen how we handle against with Faraway and Denji, and that makes me worried for old Akiyama here. I'm not saying he's old though, I'm just saying that in the Wanga, na Shutokou, an NA is far inferior compared to something that has turbo. So, I might call his best rival to tandem with him when the time comes. So the objective though will still be the same. Street racing teams would be taken out by Daiki. Anyone that is not on a street racing team, such as Phantom 9, would be taken out by this comrade of his. If you've known the lore, you know who I'm talking about. But if you don't, that's something for you to look forward to in the next episode. So this is Miyogi saying see you guys in the next part of Import Tuner Challenge, where we face off or make our way towards fighting Phantom 9.